Hello everybody and welcome to Annuity webinar series. This is video 1 of 3. We're going to break down the process for you guys who are running seminars or used to run seminars and want to know an alternative way, the 2021 way of doing a seminar, which is a webinar. It's going to be very similar obviously to a seminar. Only difference is you're not going to be in person. You have to run this virtually. So there are some pros and cons to this. Pros are you don't have to go anywhere. You can sit in the comfort of your own home. You only have to look good from your chest up. The cons are obviously you don't get to see them face to face, but we do have a lot of technology that can help us make this very, very efficient, as well as maximize our conversions when we're talking about taking these prospects and turning them into annuity customers. All right, so this particular video, I'll walk you through the steps we're going to take for this 3-part video series. This particular video, I'm going to walk you guys through the concept, the overview. This is what the whole machine is going to look like when we are finished. Second video, we're going to talk about creating your webinar. We're going to compare some softwares. I'm going to show you some softwares that I've used. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on that. And then Jason's also going to be joining us as well on some tips for creating the perfect webinar for your guys' program. And then lastly, I am going to show you guys how to market for this webinar. And that actually means tactically marketing. So that means going through the Facebook ad system and showing you guys how to set up the advertisements. We'll go through targeting, all of that cool stuff in there as well. So if you guys are down with that, if you guys are like, Jerry, this is cool stuff, I like it, go ahead and hit the thumbs up down below. That is much appreciated. It helps us make more content pieces like this for you guys. And if you guys have any other topics that you're interested in, any other videos or anything like that, type that down in the comment section. Those suggestions are always appreciated. We're always looking for new cool content ideas. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I just got this application, this drawing application, so hopefully it works out okay. We're gonna find out right now, I guess. All right. So when we're setting up an annuity webinar, first thing that we need to do is we need to get customers, or we need to get potential prospects to view this webinar, right? Okay, so we got to get this traffic from somewhere, and this is probably going to come from social media marketing. Okay, so you guys can do organic stuff. Organic stuff obviously will work fine. Promoting it on your page, promoting it to your email list, anything like that will obviously work. But for our purposes, we're going to talk about running ads, all right? So you have 2 different types of ads that we can run, right, to this webinar. We can do just a basic direct response style ad, just a photo, and this could be your typical, this is the market photo, this is the market crashing, anything like that. This is your photo advertisement, right? And we can run this to our landing page. The other thing that we can run is video content. And this is good for people who do well on video. If you guys aren't great on video, videos might not be your thing, stick with the photo ads. Photo ads can work really, really well. But if you guys are decent on video, video can be very good because we can start the education process here with a short clip of what is going to be in our webinar. For example, whatever you're going to put in your webinar, whatever topic you're going to talk about, you can cut that down into a, let's call it 2 to 5 minute piece of content and give them a little taste of what they're going to get, right? You explain this, you teach them something, you provide value in this 2 to 5 minutes, give them something good where they're like, oh, that's interesting. That's a very good thought. I didn't know that. And you give them something good and you say, and actually I'm going to be hosting a webinar this Tuesday where I'm going to go over A to Z of all of this stuff plus X, Y, and Z tip, right? You're giving them a little bait. You're giving them a reason to come in, and not to mention they've already seen your face. You've built that trust. You've built that rapport, right? So that's where the videos can get a little more attention than just a photo ad. But again, photo ads, a lot of people are using them right now. They work well. Videos do also have some retargeting stuff that is a little bit out of the spectrum of this 3-day video series that we're doing, but you can retarget based off of people watching your videos, which becomes very, very effective as well. All right, so we're going to run this guy too. So we got our ads, videos or photos. We're running them to a landing page. All right, on this landing page is going to be our registration button. okay, where we're going to give some details about the event, why they want to show up, right? This landing page should be very simple. It should be very clean. It should look something just like this. It's not going to be huge. You don't need to scroll down a ton. Maybe some info about who you are as a presenter, and or maybe a short video clip. Okay, that could be good here as well. Regardless, this page, we're trying to collect their information. Hey, register for this. I need your first name, your last name, email, phone number, zip code, something like that to register for this event, depending on how much information you want. If you want more emails, you can just do email. If you want higher quality or higher interest people, you can add more information that you want from there. Okay, so from here, they're going to go on to our email list now, right? We have people that are now, we have their email address, and we are now going to drip emails onto them. All right, and these emails initially are just going to drip to the webinar, which is the end goal, which is where we want them to go, right? We want them to show up to the webinar, because when people show up to the webinar, when they hear us talk, then most likely we can, if we do well, if we present ourselves well, we can convert them into customers. But worst case scenario, okay, we're going to have some people that convert and some people that don't. Worst case scenario, we still have their contact information, right? We may have their phone number, we definitely have their email, and we know it's a valid email because we sent them the link through their email, all right? So on this webinar, you're going to go through your spiel, going to give them some info, right? And at the end, you're going to give them a call to action, okay? That call to action could be set up an appointment or whatever it is, okay? This is your call to action. You're going to have some people go through and take that call to action. And again, like always, you're going to have some people who do not, who drop off, all right? So these people that took your call to action to set up your appointment, these are obviously the good prospects, right? These are the people that made it through our complex funnel, and they have made it to the other side. They spit out the other side, and they have seen your video ads, or they've seen your ads. They've just watched you on an entire webinar series. It could be 30 minutes, it could be an hour, and they are now wanting to get with you on the phone, right? These are very, very good prospects. These guys who drop out down here, these aren't bad prospects. You just have not sold them yet, right? So what we can do now is we can take their email for the people that we did not get, and we put them on a new email drip, okay? And this email drip could be a series of emails. It could be a 5 to 10 email series that gives them free content, like more informational PDFs or suggestions or tips or anything like that. And after that, they move to our regular email list if you have that. If you don't have that, not going to be as big of a deal. I'm not saying start an email list today and do all that, but if you do have a big email list and you do send out a regular weekly email, that's what would happen. That's the suggested route to take them, right? Put them on a 5-day series that tries to get them. We want to try to move these guys up here. That's the goal, right? Move them to the appointment, right? And if they don't, we're going to put them on a regular drip series that will, or a regular weekly email series that will hopefully eventually move them up to here. Now, the last cool thing that we can do that I'm going to talk about real quick, if you guys are still with me, you're still hanging in there, you're still following, is we can also take these people and hit them with a new series of ads, okay? To these guys right here. And these are specific ads, all right? These are not our general ads, because these ads, what we want to do, we want to get them to the webinar. These ads, we know this audience is interested, right? We know that they fit into our demographic. Most of them do. If they went and got on our webinar, they've seen us. This is a very good audience, right? These people, we need to just push them a little bit more to convince them to push them up in here to our prospect area. So we hit them with special retargeting ads. These ads could talk about directly scheduling an appointment. These ads will be a little bit more direct, and you guys may have seen our ads. If you got hit with very direct ads, it was because you were on one of our sales pages, right? You've seen a lot of our content. That's the time that you're going to start getting direct advertisements, and that's what we can do is now directly advertised to these guys, and you'll get very, very high conversions on these ads here. Very low percentage of your budget, only 5 to 10% of your budget will probably go into retargeting ads if your audience is not that huge, which most likely it's not. So very, very small percentage, but very, very high conversions as far as getting them up to here into setting up appointments with you and talking a little bit more about what you guys can offer. Cool. All right, guys, so that is the overview of the system. I hope you guys followed along. If you didn't, if I was talking like a madman, like a crazy person, go ahead and comment down below and you can tell me that I'm crazy or to slow down. I will humbly take your advice. If not, we will see you guys for the next series where we're going to be talking about recording webinars and webinar software and all of that jazz. So if you guys are excited, a thumbs up would be super appreciated on the area down there. Any suggestions or whatever in the comment section. See you guys in the next one.